Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're diving into a really fascinating duality. We're looking at how the United Arab Emirates perfectly balances being this carefree, sun-drenched tourist paradise with having a state-of-the-art, almost sci-fi national security apparatus. It's a striking contrast, right? And honestly, it's brilliantly engineered.
To kick things off, I want you to consider this paradox. How exactly does a place that is so intensely relaxed and so openly accessible stay unbelievably safe? It's a question that captures the curiosity of millions of visitors every single year, and as you'll see, the answer lies mostly just out of sight.
So here's our roadmap for exploring this whole iceberg model. We'll start at the sunny surface with sun, sand, and surf. Then we'll dive into the invisible safety net, check out some wild sci-fi security tech, and finally look at the strict laws and shared responsibility holding it all together.
All right, Section 1, Sun, Sand, and Surf, the Utopian Leisure. First up, let's look at the utopian leisure experience waiting for visitors at places like Dubai's famous Kite Beach. Just picture yourself right off the Jumeirah neighborhood. You're enjoying some high-energy water sports, kite surfing, wakeboarding. Or maybe you're running on this massive 14-kilometer coastal track, grabbing a famous slider at the Salt food truck. And get this, you can literally go night swimming. Because of these incredibly powerful floodlights and round-the-clock lifeguards, the water is completely safe from sunset to sunrise.
And what makes Kite Beach so special is that it's a completely free public spot open 24/7. It absolutely exudes adrenaline just as much as serenity. But, this constant open accessibility begs a pretty massive question. How on earth does a 24/7 public beach remain so secure?
That brings us to Section 2, the invisible safety net, security behind the scenes. To really understand this, we have to look at the invisible, state-level infrastructure working quietly in the background. It is a stark juxtaposition. In one moment, you've got this low-tech relaxation, high-flying kites, a game of beach volleyball, but right alongside it, you have the high-tech reality of the UAE's security forces. We're talking flying police bikes, highly sensitive cameras, and advanced facial recognition silently protecting the infrastructure.
Underneath that sunny surface, comprehensive systems are constantly at work. Take Abu Dhabi's Falcon Eye system, for example. It's essentially a centralized hub that receives live visual feeds from surveillance equipment spread all across the city, the airports, and main islands. It silently monitors everything, from something as minor as illegal parking to managing major incidents. It's all about ensuring absolute order behind the scenes.
Moving on to Section 3, Sci-Fi Security Tech, the futuristic police force.
To see how this builds into tech that genuinely looks like it was pulled straight from a science fiction movie, imagine you're eating that food truck slider on the beach. Well, nearby, the police are actually utilizing driverless mini vehicles to patrol the area. Yes, autonomous robots. They use advanced biometric software to continuously scan crowds for suspicious objects or known criminals. And what if someone tries to run? No problem. The vehicle can literally launch its own drone from a rear sleeve to track suspects right from the sky.
300. That is the massive weight capacity, in kilograms, of the Dubai Police's flying motorbike known as the Hover Surf. It is an absolutely extraordinary piece of law enforcement equipment.
The capabilities of this electric flying bike are just staggering. It can travel distances up to 6 kilometers and basically zip right over gridlock traffic at 70 kilometers per hour. By flying at a 5-meter height, authorities can completely bypass street-level congestion during emergencies. It's a total game changer. And best of all, it can seat a police officer or be operated entirely by remote control. Alongside the flying bikes, authorities use some incredibly rapid biometric tools. The iris recognition system, which is used by Abu Dhabi police, relies on the mathematical analysis of random patterns in a person's eye. It is so fast and so effective that it accurately identifies wanted individuals in mere seconds. But of course, the most advanced technology in the world doesn't really work without a solid foundation of rules.
Which brings us to Section 4, strict laws of the land, the legal framework. So, all of this sci-fi technology has to be backed by a really rigorous legal framework. The UAE enforces uncompromising rules. We're talking severe penalties and imprisonment simply for possessing an unlicensed weapon. They also maintain a strict federal anti-terrorism law, as well as anti-discrimination laws that strictly prohibit hatred toward religious beliefs. But it's not all entirely punitive, actually. They've also established specialized centers designed to rehabilitate individuals who have been exposed to extremism.
And they take this protective framework straight into the digital world as well. The SWAB Center, which directly translates to doing the right thing in Arabic, is this proactive online government initiative. It's entirely dedicated to countering false claims, amplifying credible voices, and severely restricting violent extremist messaging all across the web and social media.
Finally, Section 5, a shared responsibility, community involvement. You see, the government firmly believes that maintaining this staggering level of security isn't just a job for the police, it actively requires the community. So each emirate has established its own highly confidential electronic tip line. Abu Dhabi uses Amman for security concerns, Dubai uses Al Amin for round-the-clock police contact, and Sharjah relies on Najid for crime tip-offs. This directly empowers everyday individuals to step up and prevent crimes.
They're actively fostering this specific cultural mindset. My security is my neighbor's security. In Sharjah, this actual program encourages residential neighborhood vigilance. And it really just proves that despite having billions of dollars in high-tech gadgets, ultimate public safety relies heavily on the everyday citizens living and working right there in the community.
So, as we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with a final thought to ponder the next time you're relaxing on a perfect, sun-drenched beach. Can absolute, true public safety be achieved without the presence of constant, invisible watchfulness? It's a fascinating balance of freedom and security, beautifully engineered by the UAE. Thanks for joining me today, and keep questioning the world around you.